basics. Luckily, the story is not too complicated. Aliens have invaded the planet, and for some reason, they want to kill us all. Plot device.
That's not a trope.
Right. Actually, the good part is the game didn't try and explain it. They just went with it. You're a multinational military organization that was created to fight the threat. And the game is a tactical game, like a turn-based almost, where you have two modes. You have your base, which is this, where you develop your base. You kind of build it. You build facilities in certain ways. You basically try to prepare for the fights, because the invasion progresses as time goes on, whether you follow the story or not. So if you don't keep up, they will outclass and kill you. In other words, you'll keep fighting stronger and stronger opponents. Imagine like an RPG that it's not where you go has the strong enemies, it's how long you take. The more time you take, the stronger your enemies become. So you have to keep up. And then you have the actual battles themselves, which are very much like turn-based tactical squad strategy. And I need to make sure there's nothing.
Kind of like a real invasion. The more time you give them, the harder it'll be to root them out.
Exactly. And I'm trying to see if there's anything I need to do here. All our countries are.
We haven't decided for sure, but just so you know, I want to stay for a while for this, but the local golf, vampire, whatever society, the real ones, locally, have a goth night thing, something party that they invited us to that we may go to later at some point whenever your stepmom comes in and says,
sure,
yes, let's go. But she purposely
by all means,
went off
just
to do yoga for like an hour and a half or something way this long, so I can spend some time with you with this.
You have a free card to leave. You have a free card to leave whenever you need to.
Help you save the planet from all the aliens.
Right.
And I understand perfectly. The reminds me a little bit. It's an excellent
the good
system
part
for a game that is very rarely used. But one of my favorites was Dungeon Master, which has almost nothing to do with D&D. But it was a sword and sorcery game where the longer you take, you can really beef up your character too much. But the longer you take, the more of the standard bad guys come after you. Instead of one coming at you when you walk across the field, 20 of them come at you. So, but it's a realistic concept. If somebody's invading your space, your island, your whatever, the more time you give them, the more impossible it'll be to stop them.
One really neat about this game in particular is oh, Sparta, I did say I was going to make you that new assault, didn't I? I'll go ahead and do that, because I did say I was going to. You get to name all your soldiers, and all your soldiers have their own abilities and things like that. And when they die forever. There's no like reloading. There's no getting them back. So you really get attached to them. You even have a memorial, like right here, where you view every soldier that's fallen and how many missions they went on and how many kills they had. And normally this is really full. I've actually been doing a really good job of keeping people alive. But it's really sad because you get so attached to these soldiers and then they die and you're like,
somebody was asking about the audio, and the on my system it gave me the option of turning some various Windows gobbledygook off, so of course I turned it off, and I'm getting very smooth audio. They may just be trying, Microsoft tries to insert 4 million extra memory hog devices in, and Google Toolbar and all that kind of stuff. It might smooth out the audio for people that are having trouble.
Hang on. Guys, let me go ahead and try and restart the stream. Maybe that's what it is. Because you're going to get smooth audio because you're just on the Skype call. You have the stream muted.
All right.
So do I actually get to make a soldier?
Yes, you do. Because I said you were going to. Okay, you were this guy who is... he's Australian. Good for you.
Oh. Well, thank you.
And you're an assault, so you run and gun, tactical sense, lightning reflexes, very good ability. I love that ability. And rapid
I like
fire.
the Aussies. I always got along well with the Aussies. They're every bit as crazy as Americans.
You know, oddly enough, the Canadians seem to excel at this game. Alright, customize. What helmet do you want?
And afterwards, they just sit back and have a beer,
Let's
eh?
see.
Yeah.
Let's see, helmet.
I have
You have
Canadian
helmet.
flag that I'm very fond of.
You have helmet 1, helmet 2, and helmet 3.
I like the one that kind of like has a flashlight on the left side of the head.
All right. And then what color?
Let's go with
hot pink.
the helmet. No, I'm gonna go with black.
Okay.
Shut up.
Black on black or
Like
black on
something-
white?
Can you have red? Or no?
Black on red? I don't think so.
Nah, damn. Let's have black on white.
All right.
Let's do that. I know how XCOM looks.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. Black on white. Okay.
Be right back.
All right. Well, there's no reason to give him deco now because we're going to be changing his armors out anyway. So, and he was going to Alpha Squad, I believe.
Oh yeah, Alpha.
Wait, was he going to Alpha or Bravo? I don't remember.
Yeah. I don't
I mean,
remember.
Bravo, yeah.
We'll put him on Alpha.
Put it wherever you want.
Yeah, we'll put him on Alpha.
Yeah.
Alpha's the one that's going next anyway. So, okay. I think we've done everything we need to do right now. We need more, that thing from the ships. you know that thing. We need more of it.
Right. Back to what I was originally saying.
Mm-hmm.
About One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a clip, and it was about, like, I don't even know when it was. Probably way farther than the American one, but, like, some giant robot came and was about to take Luffy, and then the swordsman.
He had bear
came.
paws on his hands.
I think so.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he was a cyborg, and the swordsman kind of accepted a whole bunch of pain for him.
Yeah, that was an awesome scene.
It was.
That old guy looked like he had to really kick some butt.
Like,
Alright,
the setup was really nice, but the ending shot was amazing.
Oh, right, when he was just standing there, and
Dude, I
he
love
said there
it
was
where
nothing
it's
wrong.
It was like, what happened? What's going on? And you just see, like, freaking just, like, blood splatter just across, like, a huge radius around him, and he's just
Jingles.
dripping with dark, like, almost black blood all over him, and he has, like, pretty much, like, dead eyes. And they're like, what happened to you? He's like, absolutely nothing.
Okay,
It's amazing.
we are taking Alpha Squad, which does not have Alpha. That
Of
amuses
course.
me.
Why would it?
All right. So, like Dad, like you can see, all the soldiers here have gear that you can equip them with to help them. It's not very in depth, but sometimes more depth makes it less good.
If you spend too
depends.
much time prepping, you never get to play.
Right.
So I'm told repeatedly.
Well-
I play Civilization basically because I like chess, except chess is too simplistic and repetitive for me. So
Well, the original this was based off of, it was based off a computer game made in like '94, and they said that it was like one of the most micromanaging required games ever made.
really,
And I played a little bit of it, and yeah, it is like this game is a really good successor for it, but it's so streamlined compared to what you used to have to do. All right, so Cold Z is
Yeah.
back. Woohoo!
You
Cold
can't
Z.
shoot your mate. You can't shoot your friends in the head.
Jingles. Well, unless they panic, and I took that out because that was
Yeah.
okay, Dad. Yeah, that's one thing I actually modified in this game because these soldiers would panic all the time, and they'd panic and go, "Oh God!" They'd shoot people, and they're supposed to be the elite of the world. I don't
That's
see.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't see a Navy SEAL team just because they see some aliens going, "Oh my God!" They might freak out, but they're still going to complete their mission.
no, they just spit their snuff at them and go right on.
All right, knowledge. Where are you? Knowledge. Knowledge.
Headbutt them and go back to work.
Knowledge is still wounded. Okay. Mumble.
Wounded knowledge.
Mumble. And all these people are named after people in the chat. So, Mumble, Mumble, Mumble. Where are you? Mumble is still damaged.
I had some friends that trained with SEALs,
Sorry,
some
Mumble.
not on I mean, they didn't try to do the things the SEALs do in terms of like swimming or something. Forget it. But they were doing hostage training, and he said these guys are tough. I wouldn't run a race with them. I wouldn't try to swim with them. I wouldn't let them get me in water. Big, muscular, incredibly tough, mostly somewhat smart guys, well trained. But he said compared to the Green Berets, they're not too bright. So they come in, he'd knock one unconscious for real. The next guy would come through the window, he'd do the same thing. The special ops people play rough, just so you know.
I forgot.
They use flashbang grenades. You may have to go get your eardrums repaired.
I forgot to change your name, Sparta.
Well, that'd
So
be helpful.
your first name is underscore. Your last name is Sparta.
Oh,
Well,
no,
that's a good first name.
I can never remember. It's with a D, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, everyone freaking out might not be realistic, but sure is entertaining. Yeah, I agree. However, that's for one of those mechanimes. Immediately after they freak out and shoot everybody and pee their pants, then they all get in line and do a line dance or something. But not for the game.
Well, yeah, it's not good when you're trying to be tactical and you're dealing with the elite of the world and they're panicking on you. And you're like, really?
Ridiculous.
And even worse than that, they panic on you and turn around and shoot their own teammate. And you're like, what? I could see, like,
don't think so.
sometimes they would panic and fire at the enemy. And okay, I could see a normal soldier doing that, panicking and just blazing, but not such a highly trained. I'm gonna sneeze. Hang on.
I take it the aliens don't look anything like our troops, so it would be kind of hard to make that mistake.
yeah, just kind of.
All right, since Mumbles and Knowledge are out, I'm gonna take.
Me. Take the medic.
Well, actually, I was gonna say I wanted to take TCOD, but this is a ship assault, and 2 snipers isn't really conducive to a ship assault. So I'm gonna take some rookies, actually.
Oh, let's say I'm a medic.
Mumbles?
Durangel, are you on Alpha?
Isn't Mumbles like a Dick Tracy
No, I'm
bad
on
guy?
the last one you made.
Yeah, you're on Bravo.
Yeah.
Mumbles
Something
was the name of a gentleman in chat.
Yeah.
So
He's a little
Snake
wounded.
Eyes. TCOD. Okay, so I'm gonna take 2 rookies. Which means that I have to
Get 2 names.
I have to randomize 2 names. Yeah, hang on. Randomize.
Hope your dad gets to be one of them. That'd be kind of funny.
Oh gosh. Well, Dad, if you want to be one, I can make one after you.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. You know what? I'll tell you what. Since you are a special guest,
And since the military guys I work with have about the creative imagination of, say, Captain Jack Sparrow, and they're talking about how, pirates don't come up with really creative names, Shipwreck Island, Shipwreck Cove, and I knew a guy that had no legs and no arms and a bunch of hooks and all this kind of stuff, and they said, what would you call him, Bob? Anyway, you can probably guess, being in bed, what name I always went by.
Bob.
When it went down deep.
Dad.
Yeah. No, it would have been Fagin.
Oh, right.
Just label him Fagin.
Okay, I'm gonna give you an alien grenade and a plasma gun. You should feel honored. Okay, your first name would be underscore. Your last name is what? I mean, you just want to go with your last name? I was just gonna do like Ray
Yes.
De Leon or something.
Hey, people will assume it means something else. That's fine.
What? No. Well, I was gonna say.
They'll think I'm a trainer of young thieves. We're sneaky.
Sure, we can do that. It's gonna be a little awkward.
Really means
Sending
a bunch
myself
of
to die.
crazy blue painted pagans screaming out of the trees, but that's a different matter.
Okay, Dad, you have the choice. You have the choice between 3 helmets. You have helmet number 1, which you'll see in just a second. Helmet number 1, helmet number 2 with the red visor, and helmet number 3 with the green visor.
Okay, finished.
Keep going.
No, that's it. That's it. There's just 3 helmets. So
That's
that's
custom.
2,
It's
and 1.
customization for you.
Yeah.
This is the end of the world. We don't have that many
I
helmets.
guess number 2.
All right. And then what color are you partial to?
What is our scenario? What are we fighting in?
Oh, the camo doesn't really matter. Just pick a color you like.
Yeah.
It's just to make them personalized to you.
Okay. I don't see much. I guess green. I don't see much red out there. Red's good. I like red.
Okay.
That looks good.
I have a bright.
I like
okay. Okay. Then we'll go with that one. And deco, or do you like the silver plating, or just all like red heavy, like you're a Starship Trooper guy?
The last one you had is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
All right then. So
Doesn't look like a guy that has a sense of humor.
And then we are randomizing the chat.
so exactly like you then.
Not exactly, but if you're about to have a standoff with somebody, you don't want them to think.
You know, I'm glad to have you on the same team that I'm on.
What? But you said
You
you,
don't want
didn't
them
want
to
me.
think that you actually have a personality. You're just like,
I don't even know who else is on the team except for Colds.
you remember the scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark where this guy swings a sword around and shows off all the fancy things he can do with the scimitar and this and that and something else, and Indiana Jones just pulls out a gun and shoots him in the face and goes, I ain't got time for this.
Yeah, well,
This guy, are you
only
here?
because
You believe they were up again.
This guy, are you here? Are you here? This guy, 1993.
I am so glad that he was sick that day, so I just decided to improv that.
Yeah, it was so
That was
perfect.
great.
Like-
that just made the character.
You need to go to the bathroom or something, you know, and he said, screw this.
I-
And it was perfect. It was so great. I'm so glad the director left it in.
I cannot compare myself to my dead. Well, that's an awkward and morbid statement. Okay, so I'm guessing this guy's in here. How about Gary Seaton? Gary Seaton, you're up on The Price is Right.
so he's going to get bust by what's his name?
You know, we could go above board on this and just like pick somebody else who's actually in the call.
Oh.
Oh no, somebody's here. Somebody's here.
Yeah, Gary Seaton. You want to be a
Gary
soldier?
Seaton's here.
Gary, do you want to be a soldier? Are you going to be hanging out for a while, long enough to watch your soldier possibly bite the dust? That's not the goal. I want to let you know that. That's not the goal, but it may happen.
He says yes.
Okay, good. Then you are going to be from this place. Is that Turkey? I don't know. The green flag?
No, that's an African country, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
think
I
that's-
honestly, I don't know flags that well.
Oh,
I can't
that's
see it.
like it's green and it has a yellow like a diamond in the middle, and then it has a blue dot in the middle of that. That's Brazil, right?
That's Brazil.
Oh, you're from Brazil. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chad.
Your first name is underscore.
Where's Fagan from, by the way?
America.
Really?
I chose him special for you.
Rodriguez. Good name.
And I'm just going to call you Gary. Gosh, we have all these weird names and all that, and then we got Gary. Gary's over there.
Don't mind Gary, he likes this.
We got like Omega Prime, and we got Legion, and Gary.
Yeah. like I said, yeah, don't mind Gary. He's yeah.
And what helmet and what color?
Gary needs no helmet.
You gotta wear a helmet. Oh, right. I'm sorry. Gert's right. You're Russian, Dad. Congratulations. You're Russian. You used to be the villain in Red Dawn, but not anymore. Yeah. Dad, I don't even know if you know that. They remade Red Dawn, except Russians aren't the bad guys anymore.
Really?
Yeah, it's North Koreans.
God, that's awful.
Okay. Yeah, I can just see North Korea invading the U.S. continental U.S.
All right, and,
Yeah.
well...
That works so well.
Yeah, but, I mean, Russia couldn't have invaded the continental U.S. at the time either, so...
Yeah.
but it was more likely, it was more believable that Russia could do
they
it.
have more capacity.
What color, Gary? Just need a color and we're
However,
good to
if
go.
Mexico had invaded. I mean, it was Nicaragua in the first one.
Hey, look at that. I just stopped on purple and you said purple. Fantastic.
Man, we got a sweet color coordination going on.
Okay,
in this
so we
squad.
have not a fiber vest scope.
Yeah, it looks very uniform.
Oh.
That purple really will.
I like how
uh,
I like how Cold, Sparta, and Fagin are the only ones who are like look like they're ready for combat, and everyone else is like, yeah, I'm gonna get into a super soaker fight if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah.
Not only that, but is anyone starting to feel like we're putting together the Power Rangers?
A little
I'm
bit.
the Purple Ranger.
I do actually.
Hang on. There
I'm
are
the
a
Red
lot.
Ranger.
There are a lot of plasma pistols missing. Give me your plasma. You do not get to keep that. That is not yours. That is the company's.
Here, a book called the Red.
That is the company's. And you have to give it back when you're done on your mission.
I like how Kerr's like, no, it's my personal pistol. Why? No, company property. Give it. I swear to
Does it have your name on? Rub your name off of that.
I did.
You wrote
Just
it in
sketched
chalk.
it in.
You wrote it with chalk. Why would you
I
do
wrote
that?
it with lasers.
It was
It's
there.
lovely.
It's a sign. Hang on. You are not Cold Z. Yeah, I just gotta load them out with the pistols and we're good to go. I almost sent them with the wrong weapons, and that's a bad no.
Yeah, and you know what? Icy actually now looks like he's completely ready for combat as well. It's just a couple people didn't really look like they wanted to show up today.
All right,
Gotcha. Harry?
let's do
They
this.
just came from a raid.
God damn it, Gary! What if we told you we were going graves?
Oh god, I'm being surrounded by aliens.
Not on Thursdays.
Yo, but I'm not sleepy, guy. I've still got a half a bucket load of ecstasy. Anybody want some?
No! God damn it, Gary!
Who do I think I am, the commander? Well, now that you mention it, and by the way, Carl, where is my sandwich?
Ready to deploy.
Why is it
AO
always
is
Gary
within the
that's the
continental
guy who's
United
making
States.
trouble?
Reports indicate the UFO
Because he's
I
wearing
think he was
Fishing
also the
sandwich
guy
area.
who freaking kept calling out Batman was a target.
No, I know,
That was Bob.
Cold
Never
Z.
mind.
I know I didn't give you the carapace. No, I did give you carapace armor, didn't I? I am sure. Well, then we're gonna have to be extra careful with you. I thought I gave you the good armor.
All I care is that the aliens don't explode into mold spores and cover us and all that kind of
There
crap.
is one that does.
Telepathic mold spores. Very bad stuff.
Uh-oh.
The telepathic and mold spores.
Big sky.
Not particularly
Well,
effective.
Cold Z, you are, you're showing them how it's done. You don't need no stinking armor.
It's okay, Cold Z. You're our fearless leader, right? So, you can do it.
Right? You thought that your squad should have the best equipment and you would suffer, even though we had all the equipment needed.
So,
It's a logistical problem. It's definitely not it's not from my
so,
desk.
Sweet, who's next up since the leader didn't wear any armor?
I believe that would be Knowledge, and he's in the med bay. He kind of got hurt.
So who's after that?
Yeah, you don't want to go into a live fire
Jingles, I think.
situation without knowing who's the next in line.
I think Jingles.
I think the other leader is dead. So we need
We'll
to
figure
like
it out later.
resurrect them.
Alpha Team's actually never lost anyone.
We'll
I
play
like how-
rock, paper, scissors in the middle of a firefight.
I like how I'm seriously paying attention to this since I'm actually in the squad.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing how much this game, how people love to see this game streamed because they get to be part of it.
Uh-huh.
And I should not bunch everyone together like that because that would be a no-no.
Would you mind? Can I talk about Fallout thing?
Sure.
All right. It's kind of stopped at the moment
Why?
because there's not enough suggestions for me to have an interactive.
But my game.
Like, yeah, I know, but I'm literally like playing the game instead of actually just doing an interactive thing.
Oh, I see what you
Okay.
mean. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay, so I will take this opportunity for, I guess there's like still, what, 10, 15 people here, right?
There's 81.
On the forums, guys, the please select your forums. Piff's section, he's doing a interactive Fallout 3 stream, which means you can give him suggestions on what to do, and he pretty much has to have suggestions to be able to do it. And where did my battle scanner go?
Away.
Did you throw it down a cliff? Jingles.
Squee, you need to rein in these troops.
Oh, hey, Creoners.
Hey, Kriana.
Hello, Kriana.
But the battle scanner's
Lee,
supposed to...
He's not here. He's back at headquarters.
But the scanner's supposed to show you everything. What's going on? This scanner showed me lies.
The scanner actually actively lies to you. Oh man,
The scanner's like, there's nothing there but fog. What?
Damn that Microsoft.
cold.
Artificial intelligence in your scanner just when you don't want it. It's having a bad day.
Instantly.
Yeah, Kriana. There's actually a few other people who said the same thing, so you're not alone in that boat.
It's a nice
You
boat.
got at least one other person there is Team K.
We sound sad because we're paying attention to all this XCOM action.
Speak for yourselves. I'm.
Alright, so Dad, as you can
I'm
see...
not sad. Let's go kick some alien butt.
As you can see, basically, everyone has a move radius. They have two move radiuses, basically. They have a move radius in the blue, which means they could move to here and perform an action. And then they have a move radius in the yellow, which means they could move to there, but that's their whole turn.
Get it.
Called the dash.
Okay.
And then you can do certain things like you can put them in... You can obviously take a shot at something if you see it. You can hunker down, which basically makes you harder to hit. You have two types of cover. You have half cover and full cover. It's pretty self-explanatory what constitutes what.
Wow.
And basically, it gives you better protection if it's full cover.
Do they have concealment rules as well?
Kind of. Not concealment. They have line of sight rules. You have to be able to see them. In fact, like your sniper has an ability called squad sight, where he can shoot at anything that any of your squad mates can see, but only if he has line of sight. So you can't like
Right.
shoot around walls or anything. But the way it works really is you have an aim. Like say you have an aim of 76%, and they have a cover of full cover that's 40%. It'd be your aim minus their cover, and that's your chance to hit, kind of thing.
Sounds good.
You also have Overwatch, which is what I'm putting everyone on here now. Basically, this is if anyone moves in your line of sight, you take a reaction shot at them. So it's great for if you haven't run into anything yet, if you're not sure if you're going to come across trouble, you put everyone into Overwatch. That way, in case someone comes up on you, you all just... And you see it sometimes like 5 people just turn and gun this guy down.
Cool. Might be noisy, though. How noisy are these plasma rifles?
Not too noisy. The game doesn't actually take noise mechanics
they
too
kept
much into
telling
account.
the Terminator they didn't have any in stock, so I never got to hear one.
They don't take noise too much into account in this game.
Okay.
They take basically, can you see? And I'm very
Well,
cautious.
for realism, we'll assume that plasma rifles are not loud.
Right. And I'm taking everyone up very slowly. Because usually, in my experience, once you see one person, you start seeing like 8.
Oh, a squad. Go figure.
It's like they're trying to win or something.
Why would they do that?
Because they're jerks.
And of course, I probably shouldn't have them so bunched together. But like, I don't know. For me, it's always a toss-up. I don't like to have them so bunched together because they have things like grenades. But I also don't like to have them too far apart because then they can't support each other. It's always a big...
Hey, it doesn't look like the ATF and FBI guys when they hit David Koresh. They literally were, well, okay, not nose to tail. They had their hand on the guy's shoulder in front of them,
Yeah.
lined up to go in a window when the guy let loose with like Uzis. I mean, we're talking only 9mm rounds. Uzis on guys in all this armor and stuff. Slaughtered them. Just slaughtered them. Because you don't wear a bulletproof vest on your face. Duh. and then they had like 10 people in a
gosh.
10-foot wide space.
That's,
So you're doing much better than that.
enemies. I do not like being that close. How about we